said, first time caller. Uh, but yeah, I just found your content a little bit ago. I like what you do, really do. But I just, I find like, I don't know. Don't you think the ship has sailed to have a rational like dialogue with conservatives?
It doesn't really. I think there's some people you can always win over somebody, but I don't think you. Okay, so there's a lot of comments I'll get like, Dylan, why do you talk to this person? They're so bad faith, or Dylan, why do you talk to this person? They're
Mhm.
so incorrect. And my response is almost always like, my purpose here is not to necessarily have the most productive conversation on the planet to get this individual over to my side. When I don't have any delusions about making Rob Noor a left winger. I don't have any delusions about
What about
making.
redneck?
No, redneck's not gonna happen. CTV is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Its very nature is performative. If somebody has dedicated themselves so much, and there's a few fringe cases like Hunter Avalon where this changes, but if somebody's
Yeah.
dedicated their belief so much, and this should be the case, that you are willing to go online and say to the world, "This is what I believe, and you should believe it too," you probably have some pretty strong convictions of what you believe, right?
Yeah.
And so I am not having these conversations with them because I think I can convince them. I'm having conversations with them because I think I can convince people in the middle that are listening. When I have debates with people, like when I had a debate with Rob Noor on white nationalism, or if I had a debate with when I had the debate, or I had a debate when I had a debate with CTV on COVID, on masks and why we should. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of moving
Oh
stuff
shit! I'm
around.
sorry. I'm sorry. Let me. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm not doing that because I think I'm gonna move them. It happens sometimes. It does happen every once in a while, but it's because I want the people watching, the people tuning in, the new people coming to the community, or possibly people from their community, but mostly the people in the middle, to come over to my side, see these two things clash, and say, well, this person made more sense, so I'm gonna take this person's side. That's the reason I do it. And so if you come into these conversations and you come away like, Dylan was so right here, I can't believe the person didn't move on this, da 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 da. To a point, it's like, it sucks that I can't turn that person over, but it makes me also feel like I'm doing the right thing on my job. If by the end of it, people are like, how could that person not agree with what you're saying? You were being so charitable, Dylan. You were being so nice, Dylan. Dylan, you're so patient. Those are the things where people get frustrated in my chat, like, Dylan, you're so patient, you're so this, you're so that. That actually make me know I'm doing my job. Because if I'm coming off that way, then I know my arguments are like 10 times more convincing than if I was just all the time throwing elbows. There's a time and a place for it, but I think
Yeah, of course.
so my purpose of having hippy dippy roundtable isn't by the end of it for the conservatives to say we were wrong. It's for the audience. It's like, for example, presidential
Yeah, but I
debates.
mean, even in that audience.
When
Oh,
Biden and
sorry. Go
Trump
ahead.
debated, did we debate thinking by the end of it Trump's gonna be like, damn, I guess the Proud Boys are horrible, and I don't want the wall anymore.
I
No,
mean that,
it's to
but
convince the
also like,
audience.
did we expect any of his audience, or I mean, was there
Not
anyone really
necessarily.
in the middle at that point? I
I
mean,
think. I
also.
think. I
Mhm.
think it depends. You can drag more people into the middle and drag more people over, depending how well your performance does. There are people who have told me in DMs like, "Hey, I used to be this in politics, and now from listening to you, I'm this in politics. I am actually a lot more on the for me specifically. I think I have a special ability to do this on the issue of foreign policy because a lot of people are just super uninformed on foreign policy,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
when you're super uninformed on foreign policy, then just people being like, I believe this, and you're just like, you're wrong. It's so hard. And just being like, you're wrong. Here's 10 sources. You have to be super dedicated to hold on to the line. There's some people you can't convert, but I'm not aiming for those people. I'm aiming for the people I can.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that there are that many people in the middle, especially at this point.
Well,
I mean,
let me
maybe
put it
there's
this way.
some.
Let me put it this
Mhm.
way. Biden won in 2020.
Yep.
Hillary lost 2016. Obviously, there were people who flipped, right?
Yeah, I guess
I
that
mean,
would.
it's
I mean,
undeniable. Hey, for
I mean, Hillary
example,
won the popular vote
Biden.
anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
is that accounting for?
but now we won a more decisive victory, and we got more
Yeah,
votes
I
than
was about to.
ever.
I was about to ask how much more, because we
And
also
not
have
to
to account.
mention,
A lot
maybe
of
I
people
through
turned
my arguments
18
I
during
can.
that time.
Not to mention, wait, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What?
Oh, I was just saying. Well, I mean, don't we also have to account for, like, decent amount of people turned 18 or became eligible to vote
Yeah, but
between
also a certain
elections.
amount of people died too.
But more people were born. But I guess that's fair. But yeah, that's a good point. I don't
I mean,
see like
we cannot attribute what happened in 2020 to more young people just grew up, because young people also are historically terrible at turning out the
yeah
vote.
yeah no I'm aware um yeah I don't know and it also I had like some issues with your takes about what was it, the Hassan and oh I was in chat by the way I
So
did not say I
should
thought
he have said that America deserved 9/11?
well I'm not saying should he or should not he not have but I also I also wanted to clarify when I said do you think he meant America deserved 9/11 I was not talking to you I was talking to someone in chat who was saying that I should have added that my bad but yeah of course I don't think you think he said America deserved 9/11 but that's because you're on the left and you're going to be more charitable people who take that clip and already don't like lefties
Well,
aren't going to be
I'm
like
sorry.
th-
Nobody who doesn't or isn't Uber online is gonna look at that and think, well, let's give him some charitability. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Like, this is just
yeah
like
but if
this might just be people just being horribly disconnected. But the American public is not gonna hear somebody say America deserved 9/11 and take a step back and think, well, let's give them the best charitable interpretation here.
yeah, that's not really my point in this. I mean, in this case, against like yeah, online people, yeah, but for offline people, I mean, if you are not terminally online as some of us are, and you hear that, it's not going to like change your voting pattern. It's not going to be like oh, because one lefty or one person who's on Twitch, I don't even know
We
what that
say
is.
that. Then why do we do what we do?
What do you mean?
Why do
In
I
what way?
stream? If it doesn't change voting patterns, it doesn't change how people
No,
organize, it
but I'm
doesn't change
saying
shit.
that one clip out of context. I mean,
I
not that it
mean
was like
that
that was the
one
full
clip.
sentence.
The thing is, one clip. That's how he added to. If okay, if Hassan was the only person on the left to ever have a political scandal like that, then yeah, but he isn't. They stack it all together. They build wider narratives. If you look at how the far right radicalize people, it isn't by saying there's this one person that is the problem. It's the left. It's this mythical entity called the left TM. If you ever listen to me talk about Rob Noor, which I'm pretty sure you have, right?
I haven't heard you talk specifically about him. I've heard you talk to him. Like I
Yes,
said,
that's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
recently
That's what
getting
I'm
into
at.
your stuff,
Yeah.
and I
Okay,
listen to a
So
lot so far.
stop. Okay. So you've heard me talk to Rob, right?
Mhm.
You've heard him how it shifts to the left almost always, right?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
the mythical beast that you can always turn to and point towards, and
Hmm.
these types of comments contribute to that beast. And you take out and throw this
Hmm.
out there, like being able to do
And
that is obviously like just like for example, like do you think that Bernie, let's say that Pete Buttigieg said
mhm.
like said something like that on the campaign trail? Well, Biden didn't say it, but that still contributes to a narrative to paint the left. For example, Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't the
Hmm.
entirety of the right, but her comments have most
Well,
certainly affected the right's credibility.
okay. So one thing I want to just say, I think these are two different, like, very different arguments. I think that yeah, like any fuck up for, or excuse me, sorry, any mess up from, a big lefty does contribute to like the right's the left narrative, but I think it's immaterial at the end of the day because I think they're
So it's
going to have that.
immaterial if
They're going to
we.
have that boogeyman regardless.
Well, no,
Like
but the
online
last
right
thing we should do is
people.
make it easier for them to make that boogeyman, or make the boogeyman more effective. Because okay, let me put it this way. Let's say no matter
Mhm.
what they think, we're the party of communism, and they're gonna throw that out
Yeah,
there to
I
the
mean,
public, right?
I
Does that mean
genuinely
if
believe they
Joe
always do.
Biden came out and said, "I am a communist, I want to bring communism to America," do you think that would have not affected his chances of becoming president?
But I mean, it doesn't matter because he's not going to say that. Because once again,
Well,
we're talking about
no.
two
We're
different
talking
playing
about.
fields here.
Well, the thing is, we're leaning into it, right? If we're leaning into like, well, they're gonna call us a communist anyway, so let's just say we're communists, or let's just say the horrible things anyway, because they're gonna say it anyway. We're making
But
it
the thing is,
easier.
like,
Their
I
argument to the
don't, I,
American people becomes more credible at that point.
but I don't agree with that. Oh, we should. They're going to call us communists, so we should say we're communists because
Yeah, I
that's
don't
not
agree with
true.
that
And
either. That's stupid.
yeah, but I'm saying I don't think
So
a lot of
if
people
they're
are
gonna say
doing
anyway
that.
that we hate America, right?
But no,
So
no
we
one's saying we hate America. Hassan said in a vacuum, yeah, that looks bad. Sure,
yes,
but
that's
if you
bad.
look at,
Yeah, okay, sorry.
but they're going to take anything
Continue.
out of context, so it
Well,
doesn't really matter
there
if.
is, there's not. I'm sorry, but even with context, his statement still
Hmm?
looks terrible, and it still is
Oh yeah,
terrible.
no, I
There's
agree.
no
Yeah, he could have
context
worded
you could
that
have added to
way
that
better.
to be like, well, I mean, you can make it look a little bit better. You can, like I do, like of course, like our actions overseas have had horrible
Yeah,
reasons, things are
yeah, yeah.
morally compromisable, but no amount of
Yeah.
doing that is going to justify it.
If you, well, I mean, if you talk about what he meant, and like I said, that's we're gonna give him a lot more. Excuse me. Uh, we're gonna give him a lot more good faith because we're on the left. We know he clearly did not mean that, but but that doesn't really matter. It's like I said, I think it's immaterial because the right is going to prop up a boogeyman
Well,
anyway. So
no,
Hassan
it
could have
is
laid out
material. That's
Hassan could have laid out this whole
this
thing and then said something different, like, "Oh,
this position
America,
makes no
there's
sense.
consequences to America's actions," and this is what it
I'm
was, and
sorry, but
then they would have ran with that.
this position doesn't make any sense though. Because okay, if that was the case, then we
Mhm.
could literally lean into every single boogeyman that the right throws at us and it wouldn't have an
But I'm not
effect.
saying lean into them though. I'm
No,
not.
but if we
I'm
but
not.
then okay, so if Biden was on the campaign trail, I was like, yeah, fuck 12. Fuck 12. ACAB. Do you think
But
do
he
you think
doesn't believe that though.
wait. Does Hassan believe America deserved 9/11?
But once again, we don't believe that's what he meant, and that's not what he
Yeah,
meant. Obviously.
so to the left it wouldn't matter, but to the people that we are trying to win over to our side, or to the people we want to get to vote for us, or the people we want to get to organize with us, it will matter.
I
mean,
can concede some
can we
ground
really
on.
think is are you really going to take the position that
Mhm.
very popular left wingers saying disgusting things is not going to hurt us?
I think, yeah, I think it's gonna hurt, but I also
Yes,
think,
so we
like I
shouldn't do
said,
it.
it's a fraction of a fraction of like people who would see that
One
clip.
statement, of course, is not going to be. The thing is, one
Mhm.
statement isn't going to determine an election unless literally like Joe Biden said it, right? Obviously. But it can contribute to a loss and it can contribute
So
to a victory, and that is the problem. For example, if that was the case, if it was like, well, if it's only going to be a fraction of a fraction, then tomorrow I could come on stream, say the most disgusting stuff possible, get off, and just say at the end of the day, well, only 300 people were watching out of a country of 360 million, so like it's such a fraction, it's just a small thing, then it's whatever.
yeah, but I feel like we are. You wouldn't be saying those things. You would be saying things you didn't believe. Hassan, you and I can agree. Hassan at least the way I interpret it, he believes that the events, before 9/11, of course they were going to culminate in a reaction. That is what we take that as. Is that correct?
Yeah, 90% of
Yeah.
Americans have no clue about that, and they're
Yeah,
not
but
going to
you
listen.
saying like things poorly is not going to like change the minds of.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
I
It
I
100%
really.
will. Okay, so if okay, let's say
Okay.
Biden had a town hall yesterday, which a lot of people are shitting
Mhm.
him on. I think did mostly okay. He had a few problems. I think he should have been more clear to the kid about the dangers of COVID. I think his stuff on the college, I'm still torn on that. There's a bunch of things that like I have problems, but the majority of it I think was good. If when he was asked about police reform, he just said, "I want to defund the police, ACAB."
But
That would
once
be
again, like he
if he
doesn't
if
even believe.
wait, listen. And then he was like,
Sorry.
wait. It's not that I really think all cops are bastards. Is I'm making a structural critique of the system we currently have with policing in this country, the descended from slave catchers, and the foundations of it are da 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 da. You already lost the crowd. You lost the crowd in the first sentence. Nobody's listening to that second part.
Yeah, but my point is, like, he would have to believe that in the first place, and I don't like he
Well,
doesn't even
no,
talk about
but
it.
the
Like,
thing is, okay, so did Hassan believe America deserved 9/11? No, but he believed that there was
we've
problems.
gone. No, of course
But he
not.
believed.
But
But
like,
listen.
but
Okay,
no, no. All right,
listen.
go ahead. Sorry.
Listen. He believed though there was problems with American foreign policy, and that's why he said what he said, right? And that our problems culminated in that reaction. Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares. They heard him say America deserves 9/11. That's the headline. That's what's on cable news. That's what's put on front. That's the quote that's thrown at them. That's what's going to be the headline, right? And you saying, well, they were going to say that anyway. They were not going to say, Hassan, this streamer, says that America deserved this, right? And so somebody making a bad phrasing an argument in a bad way can have effects on how the narrative develops, and then how polling data goes, and then who wins elections, who joins campaigns, how does the donations go, etc. This is very clear. I mean, this is if I mean, let's say that Joe Biden phrased stuff that he believes in bad ways, right? Like let's say he was like, well, you know what, like he said, like, for example, he believes in gun control. He's like, so yes, I want to send government officials into your house to take your guns if you don't comply. Well, eventually, if they found out that you were violating gun laws, then eventually that would happen. But that's a terrible way to phrase it. And so what's the headline? Joe Biden literally says he's going to take your guns away. Literally. He just literally said, I'm going to fucking take your guns. The way he phrased that was terrible. Not to mention, this is also a lot better than what Hassan said, which was a complete different, which was something he didn't even believe. Because for this to even work, it would have to be Joe Biden saying, we're just going to take all the guns. These school shootings are terrible. We're going to take them all. Fuck the guns. Fuck Second Amendment. Second Amendment's dumb. He would literally have to say something on that level. And excuse my language. He would have to say, I'm just literally going to take all of your guns. I'm going to take them away. And then afterwards, like, okay, I was actually making a structural critique about the amount of guns in this country and how it leads to higher rates of gun violence. Like, at that point, you've already lost the narrative.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, though, like,
James,
once again, I
MCP,
like
he literally did that. Joe Biden did not literally say he's going to take all the guns away. And then you bring up example of Beto O'Rourke. And the last time I checked, let me, wait a second. Guys, excuse my change from gameplay to, window capture here. But let me check something quick. So, give me a moment. Okay. Joe Biden. Okay. And Beto. So, these two people are in the same room, so they're not the same people, so your argument's completely invalid. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Okay?
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just want to say real quick, I think we're like also getting into two different categorizations here, because like, yeah, of course, Twitch politics bleeds into regular politics, but Hassan's not a politician, and I don't think he's ever
Yeah,
going to
but
be one.
commentators...
So, yeah, him being damaging is not like indicative. Like Joe Biden or most other, Democrats aren't going to be like, oh, ACAB, because they also don't believe ACAB anyway. So I'm not saying step into like the boogeyman, or I'm not saying lean into it. I'm just saying like these things aren't, I think, as a big of a deal. Like I understand your like through line with like Joe Biden, obviously, but like Joe Biden doesn't even agree with ACAB. I mean, he doesn't want to take everyone's guns. So
yeah, but I'm wait, no. But that's literally this is comparable. This is 100% comparable because because you agree that Hassan does not think America deserved 9/11, right? Correct. But his actual position was a structural critique of like our foreign policy, right?
Correct.
So, Joe Biden doesn't actually want to take all your guns away. He just thinks that our gun laws are way too loose and they need more common sense regulation.
Yes, but once again, like I think we can't make that one-to-one comparison.
Why not?
I just don't think that's like, even if Joe Biden says, "Oh, we need trim police reform," blah blah blah, the right is going to say, "Oh, he's ACAB anyway."
Well, no, but the thing is, but then some people are going to be like, Joe Biden didn't say that. But if Joe Biden's out here like ACAB, then they're going to be like,
people's minds are made up on this already, though.
Then why did Hillary lose and Biden win?
I think when I say people's minds are made up, I don't think a lot of people would have like. I mean, obviously.
So why do we even poll? Why did the polling data change? Why did polling data change during the election if everybody's minds were already made up?
No, I'm saying by the point like this, I'm like 2 years into Donald Trump's election, I'm pretty sure everyone's mind was made up at that point. I
No,
mean, I
no, it
could.
wasn't.
There's all right.
That's not true.
All
Look
right.
at COVID. Look how much of a damaging effect
No, that's a
COVID
good
had on his
point. Yeah,
presidency.
yeah, you got me on that one. I forgot
And
about
not to
COVID.
mention his lack of. The thing is, presidents, a crisis is great for an incumbent president. A war, a crisis, that's the type of
Yeah, no,
stuff that
I'm
gets
aware.
everybody to
Yeah.
rally around the flag. Trump fucked it up tremendously and gave
Hmm.
Biden an advantage to take over. And but if Biden was during a national crisis was coming out here saying ridiculous statements like that, people could flip. People 100% could flip.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Are we
right.
really
I
gonna
did.
say that like Joe Biden like basically saying statements that are easily demonizable or is not gonna affect his ability to win office?
Yeah, I mean, of course, but like I said, it
Politicians have
seems like
made
you're
these calculations
criticizing
for
Hassan.
years.
But the thing is, like, these are two different ballparks. Once again, these aren't apples to apples
No,
because
of course, I
Hassan's
never
not a
said
politician.
I don't think they're the same thing, but the same
Yeah,
logic applies for how they can demonize his language to hurt the left. If left wing commentators say bad things, that hurts the left because they're prominent figures of the left, and then people are going to say, "Look, that's what the left are. That's what they're going to do." Right? For example, do you think your narratives of how the right wing are have been affected by things like Stephen Crowder and Tucker Carlson have said?
yeah, of
Rush
course.
Limbaugh? Well, there you go. When they said
But the,
disgusting things, that pushed you further away from ever voting for the right or joining the right. You can just look at your own experience to pull into this.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's that. I want to agree and I want to disagree once
Then
again
just wait.
because
If you wanna agree, just agree. Just say I'm right.
I.
It's easy.
No, I won't give you the satisfaction. I'm fine. All right, I guess I'll concede the floor. But yeah, it was I have more to think about then, I guess. But yeah, I thought I
How the
was a little bit more confident in my position, but I guess
are
I
the
gotta think
Americans killing so
more.
many of us? Okay, man. No worries.
Yeah, nice talking to you though. Hopefully I can come on again sometime and not have a better thought out fucking argument.
It's okay, man. See you later.
Have a good one.